Today I am going to go through some of my 4 and 5 star books that I have loved, and all of these are going to have some sort of spring theme for you to enjoy this spring. So the first group of books are going to be about spring renewal and fresh starts. Think personal growth, transformation, and new beginnings. So the first one is The House in the Cerulean Sea. And this is a whimsical, heartwarming story about found family. It is about a gentleman who is working at a place. It's like here in Florida, it's Department of Children and Families. So it's a place like that, a social service worker. And he gets sent to an island to care for these children that nobody wants. And it is a found family story, and it is so heartwarming. Love this book. The next one is The Dress Shop of Dreams. This book definitely has magical realism in it. It is about healing, magic, and the power of second chances. And I'm trying to think of her name. Cora Sparks goes to her grandmother Etta's shop, and these dresses at this shop are able to help bring about a woman's deepest desires. And it's just a fun read with beautiful dresses and what can happen when these women put these dresses on. This one is The Bookshop on the Corner by Jenny Colgan. This is one of my favorite books of hers. This is definitely a very heartwarming, cozy book, and it is about a little bookstore. It's actually a little van that Nina, she ends up losing her job at a bookstore or having to leave for some reason. I can't really remember. But then she buys this little van and creates her own little bookshop, and it's so good. Love her. This is The Stationery Shop, and this is about 1950s Tehran with the political upheaval, and it's about bringing these two, they're probably, when I say children, like like teens, young teens, bringing them together. It's a love story. And it's a story of lost love and unexpected reunions through this stationery shop. And beautiful book. This is one I read a while ago, so I don't remember much about it. This is The Secret Keeper, and it's about memories, mystery, and reconciliation. And I remember this one is very much like jaw-dropping ending. It's really good. The next 4 books are about nature, earth, and simplicity. These are books that celebrate the natural world and are grounded in settings where the environment is part of the story. So, Where the Crawdads Sing, this is a beautiful mystery and takes place, I think it's in Georgia, but I felt like North Carolina. Okay, so it's North Carolina. It felt very South Carolina marshes. Beautiful writing with that whole marshland. Really good if you haven't read this. This was really popular a few years back, and it is a really good book. The next one I don't have a copy of. It was actually assigned to my son to read when he was younger and I think it was middle school. And he loved it so much that he had me read it as well. And it is A Long Walk to Water. And this is about resilience and the critical impact of water in different cultures. And it was such a good book and very, very short. I highly recommend everyone read this book. So, so good. Another middle grade book, Wishtree. It is about this old oak tree that lives in this neighborhood and how it watches the community, and it's so heartwarming. It makes me want to cry just thinking about it. I read it to my kids. I don't think they had the emotional, it didn't have the emotional impact with them that it did with me. Look, I'm like tearing up just thinking about it. It is so, so good. Everyone should have to read this book. Loved it. And then last for the nature one is South of the Buttonwood Tree. And this is about Blue, who finds a baby under the Buttonwood tree. And it's about this town and how these people deal with this thing that she has found, this baby that she has found. This is also has a lot of magical realism involved. You will know if you watch me for any period of time, I tend to gravitate towards books that have magical realism in them. I love them. The next one that I have, the grouping I have, is Magical Spring and Whimsical Escapes. Sorry, I've written it all down here. So these are going to be books that bring a touch of wonder, enchantment, and whimsy, just like a blooming garden. So Circe, this is mythology. I love this book. This is about Helios's daughter, Circe, and she is banished to this island, and it is one of the better mythology books that I have read. Definitely great for springtime just because of the island and the flowers and everything that she grows is absolutely beautiful. So definitely recommend this one. Gods of Jade and Shadow, another favorite of mine. This is Cassiopeia. She accidentally opens this wooden box and releases this deity, and it's a fairy tale type story of their relationship. And it's just set in the 1920s Mexico, and it's just really vibrant. Like, that's what I kept thinking as I read this book, is how vibrant it was. The 10,000 Doors of January is about January, who is living at this house with this man because she believes her family has passed away, and she finds this door and it's a book, and then she finds these doors, and it kind of opens up her world and her experience of kind of learning more about her life and her family, and it is also a wonderful book. Wayward, this could be read in the fall as well, but I picked this, it could be read in the fall because it deals with witches, but I also picked it for spring because of the cottages that where it's Wayward Cottage, where this witch lives, and it actually goes through, it's multi-generational, as it follows 3 witches that lived in Wayward Cottage, and just a beautiful story. I loved it. Lots of nature, feminine power, that type of theme with this. I didn't hear a lot about this book, but this was another one of my really favorite books. It is about a bookbinder with a forgotten past and threads of magic throughout the story. This, I honestly almost feel like it was more of a winter read, but I did pick it because of the whimsical escape that occurs through the bookbinding and everything. And then the last little section is Cozy Bakes and Comfort Reads. These are books that are featuring food, baking, or small town life. Think like tea shops, lemon trees, and that type of thing. So the first one is The City Baker's Guide to Country Living. This is baking and belonging in a small town in Vermont. The Glass Kitchen is, this whole last section is really one of my joys that I come back to all the time, is books and food. Part of the reason I made this page, Novel and Nosh, these types of books are what brought me back into loving reading. And even though I don't always read these books anymore, I will say they are my palate cleanser, so to speak, of books. If I'm stuck in a rut or if I have a book hangover, these are the types of books that I enjoy reading to kind of get me out of that slump. So The Glass Kitchen is magical food and second chances. And it is about, I'm trying to think, Portia. Portia moves to Manhattan to try to start over, and then kind of moves back into a world of baking and, second chances. Chocolat, one of my favorites. If you haven't read this, go read this right now. Love the movie just as much. It is about, what was her name? Vienne. And she moves to this little, I believe it's a French town, where she opens this little chocolate shop, and it is just beautiful. Francesca's Kitchen is all about love and healing through cooking. And then the last one is The Memory of Lemon, and this is where Claire, I think her name is Claire, she is a pastry chef, and she not only can taste the food, but she tastes emotions when she eats certain foods. So it is about family secrets and recipes that connect generations. So hopefully you have heard something that you may enjoy. If you have any questions about any of these, please feel free to reach out to me. These are all books, like I mentioned, I have read over the years. Some of them are definitely more memorable to me. Some of them I don't remember as much, but I know these are all 4 and 5 star books that I have given 4 and 5 stars to. And then let me know what books you have read, or any books that you feel are great springtime reads, in the comments below. And if you are interested, make sure to like and subscribe for more upcoming book recommendations, and then also some cookbook reviews and recipes that I am making.